Uttanasana. So then sitting in the center of your mat, when look back and make sure when you roll back, head will be on your mat. And then loop your thumbs together, round your spine, drop your chin toward your chest, and then use your abdominals to slowly roll your spine down onto the mat, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Just warming up our abs a little bit here. Now, once you're all the way back, shoulders on the mat, again, make sure your head's on the mat. So scoot forward if that didn't work out. Bring your heels underneath your knees, feet flat and parallel, arms at your sides. Lift your tailbone, swing it forward and set it down. Line up your skull, your spine, line up your hips and shoulders. Soften your toes, flutter them a little and let them sink back down. Now lift your hips up off of the mat. Bend your right elbow and bring your right forearm under your waist. You want your hand sticking out over on the left. So you could like wave and I could see your right hand. Now drop your waist down onto your forearm. This may be slightly uncomfortable. And if it's slightly uncomfortable, that's okay. If there's any pain, pull your right arm out a little bit until it comes to, there's some challenge, but no pain. You can have your left arm like 45 degrees out on the floor or down beside the mat, whatever works for you. Now just pause here and tune into your breath. Relax the buttocks, relax your thighs, relax your face. And some of us have had to make their way through snowy roads this morning. So just allow what came before class to drop away. Allow what comes after to drop away. Allow yourself to arrive on your mat and treat yourself and your body to this next hour of work. Soften your belly, let your shoulders roll back. Now, this is the position we're going to be in for some time. If you feel pins and needles in your hand, again, you might want to pull your elbow out just like an inch at a time because you want to be able to get this shoulder opening. Now, glide your shoulder blades a little bit down your back, settle back in. And then imagine that a gentle person has come up beside you on your right side. They're kneeling and they're very gentle. As you inhale, big breath in. As you exhale, let your lower back drop onto your forearm. Now that gentle person is going to put one hand very lightly on the front of your right shoulder. As you inhale, your belly fills with breath. As you exhale, that gentle person will press down on the front of your right shoulder. It's very gentle. They hold your shoulder there. As you inhale, your belly fills with breath. As you exhale, they gently press down again on your shoulder, just very lightly. Inhale, your belly fills with breath. As you exhale, for the last time, they gently press into the front of your right shoulder and they hold your right shoulder down. Now your right shoulder's in place, down towards the mat. And imagine that we've slid a thick-walled balloon underneath your collarbone, kind of like one of those big balloons they use to float up sunken ships. So this thick-walled balloon is lying under your collarbone. The gentle person's holding your right shoulder down. And now we're going to fill that balloon slowly with air. Here we go. It's inflating, which lifts your collarbones towards the ceiling as your right shoulder is gently being held down. Your collarbones float up and up and up. Now relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. That gentle person's holding that right shoulder down. And your collarbones keep lifting up. Soften the flesh covering your face. Let your jaw go slack so your teeth are apart. Staying here with collarbones lifting, right shoulder towards the mat. Soften the tops of your feet, relax your toes. Then take a comfortable breath into the belly. As you exhale, let's deflate the balloon first. Notice your lower back, your upper back comes back onto the mat. Now that gentle person releases your right shoulder. Let's go completely. And then pressing into your footprints, lift your hips up, remove your right arm out from under your back and roll your spine down. Now just rest here a moment with your arms at your sides and notice if your right shoulder has a little more space than your left shoulder. And pressing into your footprints, lift your hips up, bring your left forearm underneath your waist, stick your left hand out beyond your right ribs, and then set your waist down on your forearm, hips down, waist down, everything down, resting on your forearm. Make sure your skull's lined up with your spine. And again, if you feel pins and needles in your left hand or anywhere, you can gently take that left elbow out just a little, it's where it might be slightly uncomfortable, but there's no zinging or pinging. Now that gentle person comes around to your left side. They kneel down. They're very gentle, they're very kind. They put one hand on the front of your left shoulder, just resting it there. Then as you inhale, your belly fills with breath. As you exhale, that gentle person presses your left shoulder towards the mat very softly. Inhale, your belly fills with breath. Exhale, the gentle person presses that left shoulder towards the mat. Inhale, your belly fills. Exhale, this time the gentle person kindly presses your left shoulder towards the mat, and they keep a little weight there. They're holding your left shoulder down. That thick walled balloon is still under your collarbone. So as they hold your left shoulder down, let's slowly inflate the balloon. Here we go. Slowly air comes in and your collarbones float up like a sunken ship up towards the ceiling. That gentle person's holding your left shoulder down. Your collarbones float up. We're talking maybe millimeters here, maybe half a millimeter. Left shoulder down, collarbones floating up. Soften your toes. Relax your thighs. Relax your jaw. That balloon is inflated all the way now, and your left shoulder is still being held in place, and you find your breath. Then on your next inhalation, bring your breath into your belly. As you exhale, deflate your balloon. Your upper back, all the way at the top, comes down onto the mat. That kind person removes their hand from your left shoulder, moves away, moves on to their next task. And you're lying here with hips down, resting. Press into your footprints, lift your hips, remove your left arm out from underneath. Now roll your spine down, everything down, spine down, hips down, feet in their footprints, and notice if also your left shoulder now has a little bit more space in it.